It's a baton, not a spirit stick. Let's get the transitions right.
Are you or a loved one's organization suffering from a failed leadership attempt? Are you allergic to a constant strain of leaders that they just can't? Are you sick and tired of your new boss not letting you jam out to Olivia Rodrigo while you're trying to type up your sales report? Well, we here at Path 3 are research experts on transition leadership, and we're here to help you and your organization get back on the right track. We believe our expert analysis and steps can really help you get on the right path and to a successful leadership transition.
Leadership transition is moving from one leadership role to the next. This can be done in scenarios such as mergers, acquisitions, changing organizations, promotions, and other similar situations. While leadership transitions happen in organizations often, it's usually not an easy change for most.
While challenging, changing leaders can be a great asset for a company. A new leader can have a new perspective and a fresh sense of passion for the job. A new leader will bring new skills and ideas to the company that they previously didn't have. Having a good leader can be vital for the company to do well.
This can be difficult for the followers in an organization. In the article, Leading Transitions, A New Model for Change by Bridges and Mitchell, they illustrate the marathon effect. Senior managers can forget that other managers will take longer to make the transition, letting go of the old ways, moving through the neutral zone, and finally making a new beginning.
For new leaders, this transition has complications. Getting oriented with new organizations or departments and getting all of your new followers on board can be difficult. We will be using this graph from the article, A Conceptual Model for Leadership Transition by Stephen and Alexander, to explain these helpful steps leaders can take in the transition process. Step 1, managing impressions. Step 2, seek feedback. Step 3, align expectations. And step 4, develop relationships and decrease stress. These steps can be applied to any leadership transition and can lead to a successful transition if followed with patience, creativity, and led by a good leader. We will present these steps to you in a practical case study from one of our good friends.
A few of you may remember our friend LaFonda from the case studies. Well, LaFonda has recently started a new job over at 3M, if you remember them as well. At her last job, she started as an intern and then was given a full-time position, worked all the way up to a leadership position, and worked there for over 12 years. She loved her coworkers, loved what she was doing, and she had great relationships with her followers and accomplished many goals at her previous job. The only reason she really left was to change locations to be closer to her husband Kip and his family. Now that she has started at 3M, she is finding it difficult to start over. Connecting with her new followers has really been a struggle. You know, her new followers really liked their last boss and how he was able to lead and things like that. But now that LaFonda's here, all her coworkers already have relationships built, and it feels hard to break through to them. So how can LaFonda use the principles of transition leadership that we've talked about to be a better leader and help her followers succeed?
Ciampa and Watkins stated, "The power of first impressions makes it important to move deliberately and carefully. At no other time will a new leader be under such intense scrutiny and have such limited influence on employee perceptions. Leaders in transition should make it a priority to make great first impressions, not only with their bosses, but their subordinates as well. A first impression can make or break a new leader's credibility and with his or her followers. In LaFonda's case, it will be her duty to extend her olive branch to her subordinates. In A Conceptual Model for Leadership Transition, it states the small actions by a leader are often magnified for better or for worse. If LaFonda takes the time out to start relationships with her followers, it creates an impression to them that she is invested in this company and their opinions. It will also make a good impression with her own bosses by showing them that she can create those relationships within the company early."
Ashford's and Cummings state, feedback seeking is defined as conscious devotion of effort toward determining the correctness and adequacy behaviors for obtaining a valued end states. Leaders in a transition should make an effort to seek feedback from followers. A lack of feedback can hinder progress and lead to negative outcomes. LaFonda is already struggling to connect with her new followers, so it may be challenging at first to receive direct feedback from them. However, if she makes an effort to make that great first impression, her followers will be more likely to open up and give feedback. When LaFonda receives feedback and makes an effort to take the feedback into consideration, it'll be easier for both her and her followers to adapt to the change.
A.L. Hill states that one of the most important organizational tasks managers face is developing and working through shared expectations about roles, goals, and priorities with their subordinates. If different perspectives between a leader and their subordinates are not somehow aligned in the beginning processes, it will be hard to weave out stress and misunderstanding going forward. Being a new leader to an established group of people, leaders will have to face the views of what their subordinates think they should do or how they should go about things. To minimize the effort her subordinates could put into assuming how she is going to navigate this organization, LaFonda should express her interests early and use her feedback that she has gotten to help align her with her new subordinates.
Based on the 3 phases of leadership discussed in the class, the stranger acquaintance and mature partner stages, LaFonda can utilize this leadership theory to develop relationships and decrease stress in the transition. By understanding that there is a process to developing mature partners, LaFonda can learn to develop these over time. Taking practical steps such as negotiating roles and getting to know her followers on a personal level would be one of those.
Here at the Mississippi State University MBA and MABM programs, we are dedicated to making sure you and your organization have the most effective leadership transitions. We want you and your followers to connect, learn, and grow together during these often difficult times. Please reach out if you would like any of our available resources, services, or just a chat. We're here to help you get on the right path.
Go. That's how you do a successful transition. Woo! Go team!
LaFonda is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I'm 100% positive that she's my soulmate. Napoleon, I'm sure there's a babe out there for you too. Peace out.